This is how the chords look like, and this is how they sound. And I used Synth for this. So firstly, you just choose the sound that you want to use, and then you can play around with some knobs until it sounds the way you want it to sound. What I did on top of this was to put in an automation, and it makes it sound like this. We are basically just automating the cutoff here. As you can see, it keeps going down like that. And then the next thing is to add in another Synth. This one, it's an arpeggio, more like a sequencer, and it sounds something like this. And together they sound like this. And I also did like an automation of the parametric EQ, where I'm putting it back into the song. Now we just add in some chords from Keyscape. You know, I like the cinematic one like that. And then same chords, they just sound like this. Didn't do much, only cut off the low frequencies there. And now I added more strings. They come from Kontakt, and they sound like this. If you notice, I'm just cutting off the low frequencies, you know. Cutting off the low frequencies means your bass and your kick will thank you later, man. And then I added the sound here from Synth. It's a Pluck, and it sounds like this. And I also added another Pluck that comes from Hive, and it sounds like this. And also has an automation of the EQ, sounds like this. And I also added another Pluck from UJam, sounds like this. You can hear what it does. It has a lot of delays on its own, but I feel like it's good to just fill up some spaces as it plays, so that's why I chose it. It makes sense in the song, not when it plays alone. And so far they sound like this together. So the next thing was to add in a bassline, and this bassline is basically a very simple bassline because it just follows the chords, and it sounds like this. And it also has like a nice sidechain on it. And now let's move on to the drums. The first drums, they sound like this. As you can tell, it's just the kick that goes straight. Next thing, it's a tom and some claps. And then now we put in a top loop, which sounds like this. Percussion loop, some hi-hats, more hi-hats, and these ones are gonna hit, sound like this. And then now you have yourself some effects, downshifter and an uplifter, and then they sound like this. So the drums I'm using, they come from my Afro House Universe Sample Pack number 5. Make sure you get it at odyssey.com, and you can get it at a discount if you join the membership. This sums up everything except for the vocals. So I had to sing some vocals and then put them onto Suno to try and create something with the vocals, and they sound like this so far.
It'll all be over soon. The sun will shine again. I will shine again. The sun will shine again.
These are like the most important vocals that you need when you're making music like this. And then that sums up everything that's on the song. And then, so I'm just gonna play it down from the beginning. And I love you guys so much. See you on my next video. Peace. Let's play this.
Bottom to the top, I won't stop. It's all in your head. It can make you or break you, but it's not the end. It'll all be over soon.